Hello everyone, and welcome to the hangar deck. I wanted to give you a quick update on where I'm at on the USS Missouri diorama. And you got the base laid down, or the toilet paper water, if you will, the fake water laid down, and then primed it, and then went on a little trip, and then came back and I laid down the ocean water colors last night. So zoom in here a little bit and I'll show you what we've done. I used a dark blue, which was this one right here, thinned it out and sprayed it with my airbrush, and that's what all the dark blue is that you see. Then I used a lighter blue, which was this one here, for to show where they, or to lighten the water in areas. And then I mixed a green and some of the lighter blue together to form the phosphorescent areas of the water. So if you've been out in the ocean and you have seen the ocean churn, you know that sometimes a lot of bubbles come up, especially if it's being disturbed by gunfire or something like that. So that's kind of what the lighter blue is. And then of course the darker blue is just the ocean water color. And then the green is where that phosphorescence gets churned up. Now, something I want to point out, this diorama is going to look fine, but something I want to point out is there was some texture to the toilet paper that I used, and unfortunately you can kind of see that a little bit coming through, like right in this area here. It kind of looks like canvas rather than just water. So, you know, this was my first attempt. It's going to look great from 2 or 3 feet away. You know, if I back the camera up this far, you can't even see that texture anymore. So I'll be okay with that. Now, I'm definitely not going to peel this all off and start over again. But that, you know, one of the reasons why I point that out is just to give you guys a heads up. If I had worked on it a little bit more, I probably could have gotten more of that texture worked out, but I didn't, so that's the way it goes. So now I'm going to use some good old-fashioned cotton gauze to go into this area right in here. You can see where it's really light in these areas. Well, that represents the areas of the water that have been disturbed by those big 16-inch guns. It actually turns that water to white water when those guns fire. So now I'm going to go in with some of that cotton and make some concentric circles. Not really circles, but half circles as it's moving out away from the ship. And then I may paint those a little bit. I'm sure I'll have to paint them a little bit, but they'll be glued in place with either this white glue, the school glue, or the Elmer's clear glue, whichever I decide to use, or maybe a combination of both. But really excited. It's going to look really good. Once I get that done, then I'll drill some holes in these areas here and put in the LEDs. And we'll talk about that when the time comes. So, that's your update number 5. And that's it for me for this evening. As you exit the hangar deck, as always, watch out for the prop arcs, the prop wash, the jet blast, and the jet intakes. Keep your head on a swivel. Be careful out there. Have fun, but be careful. All right, we'll talk to you later. That's it from the hangar deck, and until next time, goodbye.